Hello everyone. So, another disabled rights story for you today. This one involving Nigel Farage, who decided that it was going to be a really good idea to park in a disabled parking spot. Well, his driver did, and Nigel Farage did not at any point suggest to him that this was a bad idea, did not at any point suggest to him to find somewhere else, and it is very definitely Nigel Farage's responsibility. Dan Whittle is a pensioner. He was driving his wife into town. This is up in Shetland, where Nigel Farage was campaigning before the local elections on May the 7th. And he has heart failure, arthritis and spinal stenosis. That's a crumbling spine in layman's terms. And I'm going to tell this in next bit in his own words. I'm disabled, and I take offence to people that park in disabled spots who are not disabled. You and me both, mate. I went down to take photographs of them parked there, and so they started to move off and decided to park on a corner on double yellow lines. I photographed them from there, which is when Nigel Farage's henchmen, for want of a better word, appeared and started manhandling and roughhousing Dan Whittle, a pensioner with a crumbling spine, heart failure and arthritis. This is on Nigel Farage. This is Nigel Farage telling disabled people and elderly people, and those elderly people make up quite a lot of his voter base, exactly what he thinks of them. This is Nigel Farage telling you what he thinks of disabled people. This is Nigel Farage telling you what he thinks of people who are poorer than him. This is Nigel Farage telling you what he feels entitled to. This is Nigel Farage telling you what he thinks of what disabled people need to have in order to help them have a more equal access to society at large. This is Nigel Farage telling you all about his prejudices. This is Nigel Farage telling you exactly how nasty he's capable of being. I hope that Dan Whittle is having a big mug of tea and a good few biscuits, that he's feeling okay, not too bruised, and that he hasn't suffered any real harm as a result of the bullying that he encountered at the hands of Nigel Farage's people, simply because he wanted to make sure that the law was met by everyone, including Nigel Farage. I don't suppose he knew for one moment that that was Nigel Farage's car, because I don't suppose for one moment that Nigel Farage's car was advertised as such. Do not vote for Nigel Farage. I mean, your vote is your own and it's up to you. But if you have an old person in your life, if you have a disabled person in your life, if you care for those people in your life, do not vote for Nigel Farage.